Actually, TOST is number 8, the 8th annual year. Because back in 2007, I was called back to Taiwan, the Department of Agriculture and TTMA, a few tea industry people. They called me up, they had a meeting with me, they said, Thomas, Taiwan is facing a problem because we cannot compete, like before, the tea, as we used to do, is really cannot compete in the world. And also, the domestic farmer, now they need some direction. So what should we do? So at that time, I was called back to meet with them, and then they say, we're going to recognize as a, the mission and commitment. You're going to be our ambassador for Taiwan tea. Then after that, I asked Josephine, I said, I don't think this is a, is an honorable title. Because if Taiwan tea is nothing, nobody know about Taiwan tea. So what would be good for ambassador for Taiwan tea? So that time we think, we say, okay, it's a two direction where I'm going to do. So start from 2008 in World Tea Expo, we're going to have a huge Taiwan tea pavilion. So we're going to introduce Taiwan Oolong different way. We're not going to sell, we just want to do the education, sharing in Taiwan, building the image. That's what I said. And then another program is bring those passionate tea professionals come to Taiwan, and they're going to do the hands-on, on-site, field trip, learning together. And whoever you see now in American tea industry, James Norwood, Jan Pettigrew, David Shaw, G.S. Hadley, Mike, Mo, Aaron, and then they have more. And we have people from Stash Tea, the general manager. We have people from Bigelow, the regional district sales manager. So they have different people grouped together. And that's what I really hope, back in 2008. We're going to do somebody else do. We don't want to have a lot of people, but Josephine and I select the different backgrounds. And you guys also been selected. We want a mixed group. We don't want the same group of people. Because we don't want the fighting. Because when you have all importers together, all wholesalers together, all writers together, they're going to fight. So we have a little bit of every background. So what we do is, when we see something, when we were in tea factory, when we got it, you can overheard, everyone is really paying attention to different things. I remember somebody said, why should we learn the Cordova on the first day, second day? But when they saw other people are so passionate to take picture and ask questions, they want to know more about Cordova. Then they gradually they say, yeah, Cordova is important. Because sooner or later, if we talk about terroir, Cordova is really a key factor there. So somebody will say, why cupping? I don't want to do cupping. You guys do cupping, so leave me alone. I remember, who is that from the Salt Lake City, David. So now she paid her own trip to come down to Los Angeles. She said, Josephine, I want to do a private lesson. So both a couple come down to Los Angeles just for learning the cupping. And she wants to learn from, because after one TOST trip, they get to know something is important. And if you don't do that, you're not qualified. During the TOST trip, we keep saying, if you don't cup, then you never get to know the tea. Cupping just like, open sesame. You have to knock at the door, open the door for me, and then you start to introduce yourself. Tea, just like I would say, very good. In front of tea should be humble. Tea is there. They are very fair to everyone. But if you don't knock at the door, the tea won't open the world for you. So how to knock at the door is cupping. And cupping, just like we say, standardized cupping. Set your own standardized. Not necessarily what we say 3 gram, 4 gram, 5 gram. A lot of companies said 2.3 gram, for 2 minutes and a half. They set their own cupping standard. But what they do is they follow to do that every time. That's what we call standardized cupping with the discipline. Because you do that to every tea, That way, you get the information is more objective. So that's why on the last minute, I asked TTMA, please bring over the cupping set as a souvenir to our close friend. We don't want to give the cupping set because we worry about maybe you don't finish your TOST trip, right? If you drop out, so you don't get it. So when we make sure you already finished the whole program, you get a cupping set. And TTMA don't have that spoon, so Josephine and I decided to make the spoon to complete the whole set for you. That's, you have to learn something really on the group learning. Other people pay attention. If Mike spinning here, if Aaron is here, if David shot here, whatever, the first thing is if they see T, they want to rush to cupping. So other people say, why? They know, oh, these professional people, they really understand. If they don't cup, then they don't make any comment. They try to be very objective, to every tea. You don't jump into it, just like in Alishan. You like this tea, you like that tea. If I tell you how much it is, then you know. We are not that lucky in this world. We just have everything as you wish. There's the facts of the life. They have so many factors, plus the cost, plus this, plus that. Something you like so much that everyone want to buy that first place one jar of tea. But the owner say, somebody already deposit, so I cannot sell you. So sometimes you want certain tea, it's just not available already. So what happened? You just have to deal with something that have your own judgment. Yeah, I don't have that, but I can make that better too. A lot of things. Tea actually, you have good tea, it's just because graded by the professional. But you are yourself, and you have your customer place, you have your marketplace, you have your customer. Your customer not necessarily have the same taste profile with those judged. So when you take some tea, you cup the tea, you know the tea on hand, you say, okay, how do I make this tea the best for people I'm going to serve the tea? For a customer, or for my friends, for my family, how to make that, actually just like, if I'm a good chef, the chef, of course, they look for good material put together. But sometimes you just don't have the chance. So you get whatever you get, but you have to put together. That's again, I'm trying to say, and someone have to correct me, harmony code. Always have harmony code, because tea is all about harmony. Harmony code. Okay, find out how do I present, just like, again, I always say, if I have a worker can carry heavy weight, and then I ask them to do some small package packing, then, they won't do it right. They like to do like 5-pound bulk bag, and they like to unload the container. But if I have someone really nice and carefully and want to do every detail touch, so if you send it to the warehouse, you unload the container, that's enough price. And any tea, after you cup, you understand the tea, and then you make the good presentation. That's called taste. You offer the tea to present themselves. That's what we call tasting. But again, to do that is very easy. Cupping and tasting, very easy. But before 2 years ago, when I met another friend we call Jerry, Dr. Wu, then I figured out, a lot of things like how to cup, how to taste. Mainly just for me, because I was born in tea family, it's all based on experience, all based on the hands-on training. Because every day you keep on doing something, then you start to master on something. But a lot of times we don't know why. We didn't ask that key question. Why should I do this? I didn't ask my father. I didn't ask my brother. So I bring in Dr. Ru. I said, Dr. Ru, you have a mission, and I want to do it together with you. Theory. Because I study wine, I study other things. I think the theory is very important. But in the past, Taiwan, really, we didn't talk about theory. You ask them, what happened? Oh, oxidation. What happened? Oh, baking. But how much oxidation can change the chemical reaction? How much, the baking can change the physical and chemical reaction? What is the key reason reflect to the aroma? What is the key reason reflect to the flavor? What is the key reason the color in your cup? And what is the reason the finish is so smooth and the lingering finish is there? So a lot of things actually they tie up to certain reason there. So since 2 years ago, I added theory in our TOST program, also in the World Tea Expo. We start to tell people, say, theory is important, but it's not like STI, the level 4 chemistry. We want you to really understand, and based on cupping and based on observation, the tea leaf. So go back, check your program book, that grading, start from dry leaf appearance. When you look at that, actually they have a lot of information. You should find out the color, the shape, the appearance. And you can see that indication from just the dry leaf tell you how the leaf was rolled. Because to make this shape, you have to roll different way. To make this shape, you have to roll different way. And then the color, green to red to dark, all different color could tell you the oxidation level. And could tell you baking or not. So that now from just reading the appearance of the leaf, you should get enough information. And then when you make the tea, so you want to see before the aroma, before the flavor, look at the tea liquid. Tea liquid can also indicate many important information for you. We keep saying that clarity, bright, clear, and also want to see sediment there. And we want to know the tea is dry enough or stale or not. And then the color wise. The color wise, then you can see the lining up from different color. Then you can tell, oh, what's the oxidation level? Well, is any baking involved or not? That actually from tea liquid you can see. And then we go into what? Aroma. Certain tea, 温香包中, a lot of time, the buyer just see a tea and smell the tea, they already decide they want to pay for it. Because aroma to that tea is so important. And certain tea you have to wait because flavor is more important. You pay every penny for the flavor. So flavor important. And after that, you have the appearance of dry leaf, you have the tea liquid color, then you have aroma, you have flavor. The next one, reading the wet leaf. Reading the wet leaf is not to see the leaf and give you the lottery number, no. Reading the wet leaf, examine every piece of leaf, spread it out, examine it. Then you can see if the oxidation level, actually they will show the color on the leaf. If the baking there, light fine, mid fine, heavy fine, the leaf will show it. And then different cultivar. Master Lan tried to have Sijichun and Jinxue mixed together. If you spread the leaf, then you see there are two typical different leaf shape and color, and then also the vine of the leaf structure. So this is Jinxue, that's Sijichun, you can understand. And also a lot of time people ask, they say, hey, is all this a young tender leaf? And then your answer is yes, of course it is a young tender leaf. But when they check the wet leaf, they say, come on, this is all very mature old leaf, and this is machinery cut, definitely is not hand picked. So reading the wet leaf is so important. You have to learn through all these 5 steps. And if you do that during the cupping, then now I have a confidence to develop the tasting for the harmony coat. But we didn't end up that. Last year, Josephine and I, when we add the theory, we are thinking about Oolong Sommelier. Oolong Sommelier. This certificate, you finish the TOST program. I have a challenge. I like to edit a really, the last puzzle of our TOST program is serving. I have the first year TOST friend till now, still don't get it. They have been in TOST, they have learned about oolong tea, and then on their catalog, on their offering, don't have any oolong, don't have any Taiwan oolong, because they say nobody wants it. So they rather to sell all the flavor tea, herbal blend, chai. They told me, I said, Thomas, it's a lot easier. I can sell this. People smell it. They decided I want to order that. And then they didn't really take advantage of their knowledge about oolong. So I talked to them personally, and I sent them some email, and I like to get on Facebook. Then we do the messaging, private message we discuss. Then I send them, I say, after Jerry, the Dr. Lu give me some chart, I even send them the cupping log, I explain to them. So all of a sudden they say, I got it. I'm sitting on the gold mine. Because if you are selling chai, if you are selling flavor, tea, whatever, you are competing with the rest of the world. Your neighbor have it, your close store have it, everyone have it, and then you're competing on the price. But oolong is all about knowledge. And you have that knowledge and you don't use it, that's a pity. So serving, you have to explore yourself. Are you serving to a small group? Are you serving to a big group? Are you trying to serve a the 5-star restaurant? Are you going to serve it to the white table restaurant? Are you going to serve in the party? Or are you going to serve it in the wedding ceremony or gallery? They have so many different occasions, and you don't do it one for all, no way. Still have a lot of people doing Eating Pot, that's the only learn. Okay, Mr. Wang can do double gun. But if we have 20 people, can you do 4 gun, 6 gun? No. Then you have to figure out what. You cannot let one group of people already enjoy the tea, oh good, and then there are a whole bunch of people still lining up there. They cannot be that patient. Serving is talking about everyone equally to be treated. They all have their tea on hand, they all can make a toast. That's the serving. And how to do that? That really need to go back to do a little bit, not only the harmony code, also the math, calculate, and then figure out what kind of servingware, what kind of utensil. So serving is all about with your theory, your knowledge, with your cupping, with your tasting. Then you have to seriously to develop your serving program for different occasion, for different audience, for different timing or different kinds of gallery. So if not, you can do that, that's your business, because nobody will be able to compete with you. And then put your name on it. That will be your signature. People see that's your style. I always say, European friend or American friend or Japanese friend, like Japanese, they learn tea from China, but they say shato, shanoyu. So they dare to claim that's their culture, their invention. But I would say Taiwan Oolong is belong to all of you. One day you say this is Taiwan Oolong, but with your name. This is JoJo's Baozhong. This is Jenny Da's J Oolong, or this is Megan's Amber Oolong. Put your signature on top of it, because not only you know the tea, because you say that tea with your name, and you design a serving program, and that serving program with your style, and people will recognize. One wedding can lead you to at least 20 weddings. Okay, one party can lead. That's what we say, event lead to events. You don't need to put a big advertisement in Super Bowl, or you don't need it, because there are not many Taiwan Oolong for you. But you need to do every serving. So I like to share the last is a Japanese about 900 years ago. Is Sennoriki. Sennoriki is a monk. Okay, used to serve to the Japanese emperor. And that emperor say, tea, so every time I have my commander, those general come back, before I send to the battlefield, you have to serve the tea. And he said, I am a tea master. And I serve to these people who don't know tea. What do they know about tea? So he will serve the tea and just do it. But after a while, he found out one thing is, those commander on the battlefield, seldomly they come back. So those commander only have one single chance to drink the tea they serve. That changed whole philosophy. So it's famous, called Ichigo Ichie. Ichigo Ichie, just like you go to a sushi shop or you go to Japanese restaurant, they all like it. Ichigo Ichie. Marisa know that. Ichigo Ichie means one of your lifetime experience. Treat the tea, make the tea, prepare the tea no matter when. Make it is one time of your lifetime experience. If you do that with respect, your tea definitely will taste good. Just because of your sincerity. Whoever drink the tea you preserve, you serve, they will appreciate, not only from brand, they appreciate from heart. So Ichigo Ichie. I still want to say that at Max Wang's place, we already enjoy very much their J Oolong, right? And we finish ice cream. One thing he should not do. That Oriental Beauty has been served few times for the customer who sit in there. And then I think it's good heart. He just want to use that Oriental beauty, make another infusion for us. That doing the whole experience. And then we go to many store, many place. They don't think you guys are tea professional. They make tea, with mediocre tea. And then they don't have that respect. So learn from everything you come across. Tea cannot lie. So do things right. Don't try to make yourself. That's we call as a tea pro, you should have that discipline. Ichigo, keep that in mind. Do every time from fresh to make the tea to let people enjoy it. And another thing, I talked to several of you in different occasions. I just really want to remind. When I visit Napa, when I go to wine tasting, first thing is you check it. You pay, they will put down, for this menu, you're going to taste 3 wine, $15 per person. For this menu, it's very expensive wine, right? So you taste 3 wine for $50 per person. So everything you should learn from other industry. I think that's adopt the business model. I like you to think about that. Your tea is not free. We all pay for our tea. Keep that in mind. It's no free sample. Don't do that. Free sampling doesn't work. You offer a special occasion, set up your menu, and select the tea where you bought. Offer the tea tasting, the oolong tasting, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't over too much, just 4 maybe. Make it in the tray and over tasting and charge. You have a menu. Charge if you want to taste this tea, how much? Because you have to heat up the hot water. You have to do a lot. Then you have to clean up. And then the sample is not free. You actually pay for it. Do that. Let people have one corner to taste and they have to pay. That's why I keep telling everyone, when you knock at the tea shop, tell them I'm a professional tea professional. So I come in to taste your tea, bring the best. If I don't buy, each tea I taste, I pay. So that shows the sincerity. And the owner, they wish, because everyone have the tendency, if I have good stuff, I like to share to somebody, appreciate. So show that, and you have to train your customer. Let them see, okay, I have new crop coming. So next month, when or certain day, we're going to have tasting. So you have to set it up. So some tea, set it up there, people order, and you make the tea for them to taste. If they want to buy, you have packaged tea there. And if they want to just order a pot and sit down, maybe you have some area for people to enjoy. So I hope, again, from theory, from cupping, from tasting, you have to push yourself. Don't hold on to yourself. I bought an Yixing pot, I bought a Ru Yao, and just make tea for yourself or make tea for your family. Don't stop that. Think about business. Take it over to serving. Design your serving program. If you don't do that, I will be very disappointed. Okay, let's hope we're doing that. That way, that will be complete. Then I can retire. And I really want to say is, I hope one day I told Josephine, we want to conduct the TOST program, and I hope our TOST friends, you already been through. I hope you bring your group and you do all the instruction for them. You lead a group to Taiwan. We help you to set it up, but you're going to teach by yourself. And then we want to see whether you can do a good job. Because again, ambassador program is not supposed to be one person. Ambassador program should be spreading out the seeds. They have more new ambassadors, more new ambassadors. And again, another thing is, Taiwan Oolong is changing, the whole industry is changing. For those who come back, it's getting younger people come into this industry. And TOST really helped Taiwan's ISO. ISO didn't really just make it up. They say because of the TOST program, more factory willing to adopt and sell to ISO 22000. Now they even want to do FSMS 22000. What's that? Just like email do. We arrange email to see the food safety. Of course, no one can have all the food lab, but you can have a small lab to do the micro test from the pesticide. They teach you how to do that small. So before the raw material transport to your facility, you do the micro lab to check the pesticide. Then you can qualify for FSMS 22000. So actually, TOST program helping many farmers realize if these foreign friends come over to Taiwan willing to learn to make tea from early morning to 2 o'clock in the night, they got to be something. They are sitting on the gold mine and they didn't know. So they are also want to improve themselves. So thank you very much. Actually TOST program is without our friends. That is not a program and nonsense to do it. So I don't know how to say that. I just want to say, I hope, you are genuine and truly new ambassador for Taiwan tea. Thank you.